Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit and tarot to communicate to you, the viewer, energies as they sit. Most of my readings are timeless. This is a timeless reading as well. We'll be taking a look at this year. So whatever year you're in, but specifically this will be for 2023 because I'm recording this in 2023. And we'll take a look at each month. We'll take a look at each month and the energies as they sit, and we will use January as kind of a gauge to see if you resonate with that reading or not. So yeah, take a look at these 3 rocks to choose from, and then focus on whichever one you're thinking is calling to you and see if your reading is in that pile. Pile number 1, we have this purple rock right here. Pile number 2, we have this flat orangey rock right here. And pile number 3, we have this blue foggy looking rock. Okay, so take a look at these 3, pick whichever one's calling to you. If you're new to Pick a Card readings, the timestamps will be in the description box below and in the pinned comments, and I'll see you at your timestamp. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1. If you pick this purple stone right here for pile number 1, we'll be taking a look at your year. Specifically, we're recording this in 2023, so we'll look at 2023, but this is a timeless reading. So whenever you stumble across this reading, it should resonate for you. We will take a look at energies month by month. So we'll ask Spirit for clear and concise message for pile number 1 regarding this year ahead, using January as an indicator, whether you're resonating with this pile or not, and take a look at your months ahead. All right, Spirit, clear and concise message for pile number 1, please. Thank you so much. And pile number 1, thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. Thank you. All right, so I'm not quite sure how long this is going to take. We have 3 piles, so hopefully we get enough information and we don't get too long here. Okay. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Okay. Just gonna fix this and then we'll get into your reading. Okay. Oh, we'll pick 1 card here for the theme. All right. So theme of the year is 10 of Cups. Wow. So 10 of Cups is your ultimate emotional fulfillment. So this year, the theme for you, the energy as it sets, will be to bring in all things that are emotionally fulfilling. Okay, so I'm getting from Spirit very strong energy that 2021, 2022 has been a very challenging year for you when it comes to filling your cup up for things that actually bring you emotional fulfillment. So Spirit wants to let you know that 2023, again, this is timeless, okay? So previous years, you potentially have been very unhappy, or at least when it comes to filling what makes you content in your heart happiness has been lacking. And for 2023, this year ahead, we see that the theme is all things in regards to what brings you emotional fulfillment, okay? And I see this in pretty much every area of your life. If it's not bringing you emotional fulfillment, I don't see you engaging, okay? This comes to relationships, this comes to work, this comes to hobbies and time spent. And essentially what Spirit's saying is if you're not emotionally getting out of whatever it is that's coming towards you, you're not partaking or engaging, okay? So that's a very positive message for the year ahead. So we have here January. Now this is whether this is going to resonate or not for you, so that you know whether this is your reading. We're starting January since we're almost at the end of this month. January kicked off pretty difficult. I think you came in from 2022 with exhausted, okay? You put a lot of energy into a lot of areas of your life, and I feel like you guys were coming into this year pretty burnt out. And I feel like you're in a transition between potentially just cutting everything out that wasn't fulfilling or that wasn't fruitful for you. And I think for a lot of you guys, you probably came into the beginning of the month fairly low energy and exhausted, okay? But I feel like as January is wrapping up, that energy slowly starting to build up. I feel like there is momentum here with this 10 of Cups throughout the year, and I believe January was definitely probably one of the lowest months that you're going to experience challenges. I am feeling like for a lot of you guys, it didn't really it seemed as though it didn't really matter so much that where you were spending your time. It was more of a matter that what you were getting out of your energy wasn't paying you forward. And I think that was definitely Spirit saying that you've put energy and effort into an area of your life that you feel as though wasn't paying it forward, and you potentially cut that area out or are no longer engaging or putting in that same effort. But what Spirit's saying is coming full circle into your life, areas where you were able to invest. And we're going to see as this kind of plays out for the year, but pretty interesting because I feel like a lot of you guys have potentially gave up or let go or just cut out a lot of things from your energy field, okay? So let's take a look at February. Ooh, the King of Wands. Okay, so I feel like I said January, you're pretty slow. You're pretty much giving up. I don't feel like you were really driven to start anything new. You're more looking at what it was that you did not want to do or where you did not want to engage or giving up in areas that weren't fulfilling. February brings a lot of drive, okay? So King of Wands is definitely the top card when it comes to somebody who goes after what it is that they want, okay? King of Wands is also very career orientated, but in a way that gets him what it is that's going to fill his desires. And I feel like this touches back on this Ace of Cups. So I feel like February is going to be more around your daily job, okay? So if you're not, I mean, you don't have to be in a 9 to 5. You could definitely run your own business, but I feel like there is a heavy emphasis on focusing on your career or what it is that you want to do for a living or how you want to live day in and day out. And I feel like you're really going after things that you've maybe were not so driven to do in the past, or for whatever reason things were holding you back. I feel like there's no holding you back now when it comes to focusing on your business or your career. And I feel like there's this new spark. So if you've been stuck in a 9 to 5 that you've been challenged with, I see you kind of more focusing on areas of your life that are going to be more fulfilling for you when it comes to work. So potentially you could be turning away from your job, starting a new job, starting your own business, starting something that brings you satisfaction. Okay, so this is February. Let's take a look at March. So March has the 6 of Swords. Okay, so by March, you certainly have left all of the challenges that you kind of came into 2023 with, or this year. All of your stress and, I guess, headaches and mental exhaustion from previous years are kind of a thing of the past. I feel like you really build momentum in February. So by March, you're going into this with a new hope to how you want to live your life and where you want to go. I also feel like this is coming in strong again, that message that Spirit was telling me at the beginning, where you planted some seeds in the last few years, or at least in the last year, that you kind of let go of or weren't hopeful on, is slowly starting to manifest by March. There are things coming towards you that you've put in effort in that is slowly going to make its way back to you. And I think that the manifestations are slowly coming in for March around where you are putting in energy and effort. Okay, so this is like reaping the fruit of what you've built on in the past. So let's look at April. Ooh, April's the 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like with the 3 of Pentacles, this speaks of partnership and collaboration, working together, and really being creative in building something. And I feel like this energy has been really missing from your energy field in past years, or at least for the last year, because you've been kind of flying solo or trying to get something off the ground yourself, or feel like you were alone in accomplishing things. But by April, I feel like there's people around you that are at your level, that are able to help, that inspire you. And there's a lot of creativity for April as well. And I feel like whatever you kind of were driving towards in February also starts to really gain some ground by April. Okay, let's look at May. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Okay, so for some of you guys, what I'm hearing by May, there is an emotional new beginning here with someone else that you potentially started engaging with when it comes to a romantic partnership. And I feel like for some of you guys, this is speaking about emotional fulfillment, but for a lot of you guys, I do feel like this could potentially be representing an emotional new beginning with someone who you're starting a romantic partnership with. That's pretty exciting. Okay, let's look at June. 3 of Wands. Okay, so by June, we are taking a look at everything we've laid in the year so far to see where we're headed in the future. I think there's a lot of planning as far as long-term planning, where you see yourself, what you want for yourself. I feel like this partnership, I kind of feel it also here in April, definitely in May. I feel like there's this need to re-examine your life and where you're located. And this also speaks of travel. So I feel like there's some travel to change this partnership. And also I feel like everything you've kind of built on for the beginning of the year starts to really pay it forward here for you. Okay, let's look at July. Yeah, July, there's lots of decisions to be made. I feel like both the Two of Wands and this Three of Wands, speaking about future and how your decisions may impact your future. And I feel like this also speaks of distance and potential travel. So I think that June and July are really taking a look at your future location. You might be considering moving somewhere or changing things up quite drastically. August. Okay, so August we have the Hermit, which is interesting because you do enter Virgo season at the end of August. And Hermit is Virgo. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of flurry for June, July, that by August you're really going inwards and you're really asking the tough questions of yourself, because I feel like whatever priorities you had at the beginning of the year completely starts to shift as far as what's important to you, what's going to bring you emotional fulfillment. And I feel like it really kicks in here in May. Okay, so by May, I think you're really serious about where your life is headed, and you kind of have a shift of perspective. So by August, you're really taking a look at all these changes and what you can do to implement these changes, big changes in your life. That's going to align you closer with this 10 of Cups, because I kind of feel like the Ace of Cups really kicks it off, makes it real. And I feel like, yeah, making it real by May puts you in very deep introspection by August, okay? Because I think you see a lot. You see a lot of what has transitioned, and maybe you need to realign a little bit your priorities of what you thought was important or what you thought mattered might not be so much, and you kind of want to course correct in any sort of way that you might have thought that you wanted to go or where you wanted to head. Okay, so let's take a look at September. Oh, the Queen of Wands. This is beautiful. So we have the King and the Queen of Wands, which I feel like this is really speaking about really manifesting and bringing in with the law of attraction things that you want. And I feel like because of this 10 of Cups, it's your soul, you're emotionally wanting and drawing in like a magnet these things. And this is why they're manifesting towards you. I also feel like back to this partnership, I feel like the person you're going to be collaborating with in 2023, building a romantic partnership, building a business, building something very creative, I feel is your counterpart. And I feel as though things really get serious by May, okay? Because we have the King and the Queen of Wands, and this is also Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And I feel as though you are using the law of attraction in order to really drive towards all the things in life that make you happy in all areas of your life, okay? So I think this really kicks you in a direction of looking at what is important to you, what is meaningful to you, and then driving towards what that looks like and manifesting that into your life. I also feel like by September, if you had any desire to get in better shape or do something with yourself that puts you in a healthier light or makes you feel better about yourself, either your appearance or your physical health, I feel like by September, you're looking and feeling really, really good about yourself, okay? Let's take a look at October. October, we have the Hangman. Okay, so by October, there is a period of pause. I feel like you've done so much manifesting starting in February all the way through. heavy manifestations for sure here also in August and September, that by October you're kind of just taking a look, taking a perspective from, I'm gonna rest. I'm not going to push so hard. I'm not going to move towards things that I know are coming towards me. And I think you've learned that lesson in past years, where maybe you've been very focused on all the effort and energy you can exert. But in this year, lessons learned, you're kind of waiting for your ships to come in and your manifestations. Okay. And I feel like Spirit's saying that, yes, there's definitely some heavy manifestations that you put in place that starts to shift this whole perspective here for you. So I don't see a whole lot happening here in October. November, we have the Devil. Okay, so I feel like by November, there is potentially a need to re-examine what it is that you want as far as the manifestations that you've put in play, and where you need to focus your thoughts, because I feel like there's just so much going on around you that you could focus on, that I feel like you start to feel a little bit scattered. Okay, there was heavy manifestation, there's a period of limbo, and then I feel like a lot comes at you at once. And I feel like you kind of want to do everything at once. And Spirit is saying that this could potentially put you in this Devil energy, where maybe you're not going to fully enjoy things as deeply as you can, because you're bringing in all of these things that you maybe emotionally want to try, or that are bringing you happiness, but they're still very scattered. Because I think you need to prioritize how and where you're wanting to spend your time, because I feel like this emotional fulfillment for you is fairly new. I don't really feel like you guys have ever really been able to bring in your true emotional happiness. So we have this need for prioritizing, because I feel like it's just all kind of coming at you at once. And I feel like you're kind of not wanting to let go of certain things that bring you happiness and joy, in order to try other things. So you start to hang on to all these areas. But I feel like there could be some burnout, because I feel like you're just full of energy and you're full of want and you're really enjoying these emotional fulfillments. But if it's all kind of coming to you at once, I feel like there is this need to prioritize, and how it is that you really want to spend your time, and where you want to focus your energy. Okay, so let's take a look at December. Two of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, we saw with the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups here, I feel like this partnership really strengthens by the end of the year here in December. I feel like there's this heavy not having to do it alone for this year, that there is your counterpart, your person, whether it be your business partner or your romantic partner. I feel like there's a lot of collaboration. There's a lot of leaving crap in the past. And by May, like I said, there is this shift and this momentum in trying to really work with another. And I feel like you have your cup full for once, that by the time you get to the end of the year, you're just so intertwined in this partnership. It's like a really loving, balanced partnership with this person. And I feel like this Ten of Cups really says it all, because it's so much energy towards what emotionally fulfills you, that I feel like you get overwhelmed. Almost like, I was going to say, like you feel like it's too good to be true, or like you don't deserve whatever happiness is coming towards you. But I feel like a lot of you guys have learned lessons in the past of what it is that you actually do deserve. But I feel like it's almost too good to be true, or feeling too good, that you might get a little bit hung up on you know, is this too good? And if I let go of this, then can I proceed with another area? And just careful, you might, you know, get into that lack mindset where you feel as though if you're focused on an area that you do enjoy, that another area you enjoy might fall to the wayside. But I do see this partnership kind of alongside you for this year, which is pretty exciting. And yeah, 10 of Cups. I mean, this is the ultimate fulfillment here and joy. And I feel like for those of you guys who find this in a partnership, then let this be confirmation that that is definitely coming towards you. And I do feel like this is speaking about every area of your life, career, love. I do feel like emotional fulfillment is where you want to focus on, and I feel like everything else kind of follows, and you're really drawing in a lot of positive energy towards you. And I like that the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are kind of far enough apart in the year that I feel like there is a pretty good balance. But Spirit's just reminding you by the end of the year to just check priorities and maybe not to be too concerned with trying to hang on to any sort of goodness that comes your way. And I feel like this partnership that is coming in, or that really gets going by May, brings you this deep emotional fulfillment. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing here for 2023 or the year ahead. Hopefully that resonated for you guys. And if you were drawn to another pile, you might want to go check that out as well. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you picked this orange flat stone, then pile number 2, this is your reading. We will be taking a look at your year ahead. Okay, so this will be, not ready yet, Spirit. This will be for 2023, but because this is a timeless reading, just know that this will most likely be a reading for whenever you click on it, but we will take a look at it as 2023 because this is when I'm recording. And we're going to start with January and do each month as far as energies coming in for the month or for the year of 2023. And if you're resonating with January, then you'll know that this is your reading because January is almost over. So we'll take a look at the flavor of the month and yeah, see what we see as far as what's ahead. So Spirit, can we get energies for pile number 1 in regards to their year ahead? Clear and concise. Thank you so much. And pile number... Did I just call you pile number 1? Sorry, for pile number 2, thank you so much. And pile number 2, thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy. Thank you, thank you. I'm so blessed, so grateful. All right, Spirit, pile number 2, looking at the year ahead. Can we get all the months for 2023? I don't know if I called it 2022, but 2023 energies of the months ahead for pile number 2. Thank you so much. All right. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. All right. And then we'll pull one theme for the year in the middle here. So, theme, 7 of Wands. Ooh, okay. So, 7 of Wands. This can definitely speak of kind of standing on your own, defending what you believe in. So, there might be some desire here to really work towards and fight towards something that you don't want to give up on. that maybe not everybody approves of. And I feel like this being the theme of the year, I just feel like this is fighting for a dream and really standing in your power of going after what it is that you want, despite who's on your side and what other people kind of think. So I feel like that's kind of the vibe that it's giving me. I also get this strong determination, a strong fight. I feel like energy is definitely strong. I feel like you have a desire to move forward. And I feel like this is also telling me that despite any obstacles and hurdles or whatever is coming towards you that might be a challenge, I see that you're prepared to challenge and to face whatever it is in order to press forward towards your dream. Okay, so that's kind of the flavor of this year. Let's take a look at January and see if you're resonating with this pile. So we have, oh my goodness, 7 of Pentacles. This came out in January for the first pile. So this could very well be meant for you as well if you were drawn to both stones. I feel like this is giving me the same vibe as it did in pile 1, which is you have been really focused in an area of your life where you've been investing a lot of time and energy, and you feel like you want to scrap that whole thing. You want to move forward towards what's actually going to bring you happiness, and you're not going to just allow others and energies and life to kind of throw at you what it has in the past. I feel like it's been a struggle for the last couple of years as far as you getting what it is that you want in relation to how much energy and effort you've been putting into projects. Hence why I see this 7 of Wands is because I feel like you're no longer wanting to just kind of react to life. You're kind of going after and really driving happiness for yourself. I see there being a lot of inspiration, especially when it comes to career and what you do day in, day out. Okay, whether it be a 9 to 5 or just your own business or career, your passions. I feel you really kind of standing up for your own self as far as what it is that you want to do and what's going to bring you happiness. Okay. And because January here, like I said, if you're resonating with this, I feel like you're really, really tired. Okay. I feel like you've been exhausted for quite some time. I also feel like you've been not so fulfilled as far as what actually manifested in relation to the amount of energy you put in. So you might have been spending a lot of time at work and not receiving as much money as you want, for example, or a lot in a relationship or partnership and not really seeing any results of happiness in the direction that you want, or spending a lot of time starting a startup business and not really seeing any traction. So I feel like this has been kind of the energy of the past, and you kind of been in this weird state, or at least I think you left 2022 going into 2023 of the mindset of either you've given up or feeling like, is it even worth it, and really reviewing where you want to spend your time. Okay, so let's look at February. 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so by February, I feel like you're still weighing things out as far as which way you want to go and where you want to invest. And I feel like you can't quite let go of the things that came into 2023. And again, this is timeless. So this year, when you see it, when you came into this year, I feel like you're still hanging on to some of those things. So you can't just like quit your job or leave that relationship or, you know, do things completely different. But I feel like there is this weighing out of priorities, and also you're really contemplating where you want to invest more time in order to get more focused, because I feel like there's a lot coming at you and a lot of it might still be old. So you don't want to get kind of stuck in the cycle of old. And yeah, I feel like by February, you're starting to really prioritize what it is that you want to do. And I do see lots of pentacles here. So, you know, you're potentially manifesting, because Pentacles does speak of manifestation. You're manifesting in this period, whether you're aware of it or not, what is going to be coming into your life. I also heard from Spirit that financially you're pretty solid when it comes to financial stability for January and February. Okay. March. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Spirit's telling me if you were drawn to pile 1, you should probably go check it out. I feel like here with the Ace of Cups, it is talking about this emotional fulfillment. And I feel like in past years, and I think for most of 2022 or the year previous, you've been feeling really emotionally unfulfilled. And I feel like it's left you personally feeling kind of blah and really wanting to prioritize and take a look at where you spend your time so that you can get emotional fulfillment for yourself, what brings you true happiness. And I feel like there is this energy of love coming into your life. Now, if you have a partnership already with someone, I feel like this is a blossoming, emotional new beginning of how you engage and how you move forward with this person in your life with this Ace of Cups, okay? And this is by March, which is interesting because we saw, well, if you go see pile number 1, I'm feeling like the same shifts kind of happening in the month of March, okay? So let's take a look at April. April, we have 5 of Swords. So I feel like by April, I feel like there's still some part of you that is feeling really frustrated with the parts that you want to completely cut out from your life that isn't giving you emotional fulfillment. I feel like things are really contrasted at the beginning, like starting in February for sure, where you're trying to weigh things out, but by April, you have like zero tolerance and patience to put up with anything that isn't bringing emotional fulfillment. So I feel like there's this need to cut things out. There's a need to move forward despite there maybe even being a plan, because I think you get very frustrated with weighing things out and trying to balance things in such a way that, you know, if you're unhappy at your work, to find a new job. I feel like you have no patience, and you're wanting to just change things up completely, because I don't feel like you want to hang on to anything that's old or anything that isn't emotionally fulfilling. And I feel like this card still is speaking about things coming at you that potentially you don't want to have to deal with anymore, okay? And so by April, I feel like this is really eye-opening for you. Let's take a look at May. The Devil. Okay, so I think there gets a point here by April, May, where you're really in your your mental state of trying to come up with details. And I feel like there's almost this feeling like you're being held back by circumstances. So much so that you might feel as though there's an inability to move forward. And Spirit is saying, like with this theme, you know, feeling defensive or trying to fight for what it is you want. I feel like this is an energy that really helps shift you into gear. Because despite wanting this emotional happiness and this recognition, there's still this old energy that is trying to hang on to your vicinity until you are able to release and move and let go. And maybe it means cutting it completely off, you know, cutting off that old partnership, relationship, job, what have you. But I feel like there's this, you know, mental thought that you're kind of beating up situations in such a way that's keeping you bound to them. Let's take a look at June. Ooh, June, you have the Queen of Cups. So definitely with the Queen of Cups, we're talking about loving emotions. I feel with the Ace and here with the Queen of Cups that you're really focused on your own emotional fulfillment here. Queen of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And I feel like you have this strong intuition as far as what you want to do and where you want to go, and you want to be led by what emotionally brings you happiness. That I feel like this helps you kick off or drop off some of those strong energies that you were hanging on to as far as old things that were no longer serving you in your energy field. And I think your intuition is going into overtime so that you can get more pointed towards what it is that you desire and where it is that you want to move forward to. Let's look at July. 8 of Wands. Yeah, so you have a breakthrough in July. And I feel like this breakthrough is helping release you from this devil energy and some of this old ways that wasn't helping you move forward. And I love how she's kind of looking at this 8 of Wands, because I think your intuition knows that there comes a point where you just have to kind of pull the trigger and move forward and fight towards what it is that you want. And this is totally what I'm seeing here by July. This also speaks of travel, which is interesting because we saw lots of travel in the same position there for pile number 1. So I feel like there might be a need to just move, or go somewhere else where the environment, it feels different. There's an intuition or a knowing that releasing yourself and going in the direction of somewhere that's going to allow you to be free and give you that emotional fulfillment. Okay, let's look at August. I have the Page of Swords. Okay, so I feel like there might be, when there's this move or this motion or this breakthrough, there might be some people, I feel like, that might not fully understand this, where you're now kind of really lining yourself up with what emotionally fulfills you and driving towards that. And you're going to have to be real with yourself. So this means that if people are coming to you in such a way that they don't understand, I feel like you're just going to, like, let them know what's what, like what exactly you're intending on doing, why it is that you're moving in the direction that you are. And I feel like there might be some tough conversations with people that you love, and I feel like you might feel like you're kind of standing on your own again towards what it is that you want to do. So you might feel a little defensive here, and you don't have to explain yourself, but I feel like these are people that really love you, or that you feel you love, but you have to have these conversations. And maybe this is part of this prioritizing and this anxiety and this devil energy, is because you realize or recognize that maybe moving or maybe being closer to what your intuition or your emotions are telling you will leave people kind of maybe not understanding or thinking you're doing something wrong, or not. Yeah, they just don't understand your life story. And I feel like your emotional fulfillment means more to you at this point. So I feel like there are these tough conversations here by August. Okay, let's take a look at September. Death. Okay, so by September, yeah, all of this kind of is just done. I feel like there's lots of growth still here. Yeah, I feel like this pile, I mean, number 1 kind of felt almost a little bit the same, but I feel like this pile here, there's a lot of growth happening this year, 2023, or whenever you're watching it, within yourself. And I feel like the growth here is going after what it is that you want, despite what other people think is good for you, and letting go of old things that you might have been trying to prioritize because other people might have wanted it this way, or you felt like you had to do things this way. And you're kind of more opening up to intuition and going towards what it is that you want, at no mercy of whether other people understand or not, or agree or not. And I feel like there's this death of your old way of being in order to allow there to be an opening towards your emotional fulfillment, which is kind of always whispering to you. Your intuition is telling you and whispering to you and beside you throughout this whole year, because it really wants you to move towards what makes you happy. And I feel like you're really ready to fight for what it is that you want, even though I feel like you might feel you are alone. But there is this partnership. I feel like there is a partnership to be had, but until you kind of sort out these mental thoughts and what you feel is holding you back and go through this whole death, I feel like this partnership is kind of helping, but you're still kind of having to sort through and go through this death transformation period on your own, because it's your own sort of battle here. your own conversations to be had with loved ones and friends. And yeah, but I do feel like there is this clearing, there's this transformation that you fully experience by the time you get into October. No, sorry, September, because this is September, right? Yeah, by September. Okay, let's take a look at October. Ooh, the Empress. There you go. Okay, so it would definitely stand to reason. After the death and transformation, you're in your full power here. I mean, you don't have to resonate with the Divine Feminine, but this Empress is the abundant queen of all queens, and she knows what it is that she wants. This is you stepping into your power, manifesting and being abundant in all things. And the abundance is emotional, and it also is your environment around you. I feel like you're really bringing in happiness in such a way that I don't think you were able to manifest in the past for yourself. And it's like the old you is kind of gone, and this new you knows what she wants or what you want if you're here as the Divine Masculine. But this is the most abundant card in the tarot, so I think this is why it came out, because it's very fruitful and it means love. And I feel like, yeah, there's this love that your heart is filled with that is so emotionally fulfilling for you that you kind of realize what this was all for. And for some of you guys looking to have a child, I feel like there's an opportunity here for you to potentially be a parent in some capacity. And this story kind of makes sense to me because there is some struggle and some sort of way as to you if you're wanting to be a parent. I feel like this to me shows that you get an opportunity to be a mother or a father, depending on what who you've come here as. But yeah, I do see there being an opportunity here for you to be a parent. Now, if you're not obviously looking to get pregnant, then just beware that you are fertile, and there is a strong possibility here in becoming a parent. Okay. November, we got the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, with this Empress, we were talking about abundance, and I mean the Five of Pentacles is the polar opposite. And I feel like although you've gone through this transformation of fighting for what it is that you want, I feel like you still are getting accustomed to your manifestations and your abundance. And I feel like there's still some shadow work to be done as far as whether you deserve such happiness or not. And I feel because in October, with this heavy thrust of abundance and love and joy, I feel like a lot of you guys might have a hard time bringing this into your life. Maybe you feel like you're not deserving, or there's there's almost like a feeling of maybe not deserving, or not knowing how to maintain or manage or prioritize all this abundance in such a way that you might be feeling overwhelmed in this area. Okay. So let's take a look at December. Six of Wands. Beautiful. So Six of Wands speaks of victory, speaks of being successful. And I feel like the success, when you look back in December, is seeing how you started off and how you were true to wanting to fulfill what it is that was emotionally going to fulfill you, your intuition, and drive towards, despite what others say and all the roadblocks and hurdles, and still drive towards this and see the death of the old transitioning into the new. Speaks of how much success you're going to encounter in this year. I feel like there is still a need to balance out and work on some shadow work as far as how you can accept abundance into your life and how you can manage with the manifestations, because I feel like you're a pretty powerful manifester, and I don't think you probably realize. And so when you're manifesting and bringing in this abundance, it's coming at you, and I feel like you probably feel as though if you're not doing something with that manifestation, like you're letting something down or not doing what you're supposed to be doing and feeling like there's something that you're missing in such a way, and how to handle this abundance. But Spirit is saying that you are successful in manifesting your abundance, and just to enjoy as this stuff comes into your life. Yeah, I feel like the mindset for November is you're scared of potentially going back to how things were or getting dependent on some sort of way. But Spirit's saying, yeah, there's no need to, because you are very much in a position to overcome, because you've learned your karmic lesson and how to handle and how to go against maybe others who weren't fully believing in what it was that you want, and you figuring that out and being able to do that. And again, I feel like you felt like you're on your own, but I do feel there is a partnership here, or at least someone that's able to emotionally give you this this boost or be beside you as you kind of figure things out. But there's some, yeah, it's a little bit of overwhelming. And if you are a parent here by October, then I feel like November you might be a little overwhelmed. But by December, you've got it all kind of sorted out and figured out. But this, to me, also speaks about ego in some sort of way. So I feel like there's still some shadow work to be done. Although we had the death of this phase and this karmic phase, there's still some shadow work to be done. And I feel it might be learning how to really step in your abundance and appreciate the fact that you are deserving of such abundance for yourself and emotional fulfillment. Because I feel like this is a tough lesson. Maybe you haven't been able to fill your own cup. You've been filling other people's cups or working and bouncing other people. And you just realize, like, screw it. I want to do what makes me happy, you know. And it's tough to let go of that mindset. Tough to move in a different direction that people aren't used to. But I feel you're strong enough to do that and have those tough conversations. Okay, so this is what I see here for pile number 2. I hope that resonated. If you're drawn to another pile, go check that out. If not, then see you later. Bye, guys. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you pick this blue cloudy-ish stone, then this is your reading. So thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to take a look at your year ahead, starting with January. So this is a timeless reading, but because I'm filming in 2023, I'm going to use 2023 kind of as the year. And we'll look at month by month, the energy as it sits. And we'll start with January to see if you're resonating with this pile, so that you'll know whether this is your reading or not. And we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for pile number 3 regarding their year ahead. And thank you so much, Spirit. And thank you, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy. Thank you so much. I'm so blessed. Thank you. All right. So let's take a look at what we have. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And we'll pull an overall theme for 2023, or the year that you clicked on this, to take a look and see, okay, for energy as it sits here. Okay, so let's take a look. So January and the theme. Okay. Wow. This is absolutely amazing. So the theme here for 2023, or the year you've clicked on this, because this is timeless, is a year of bringing in all things that you manifest, okay? Like you're the mega manifester. And I feel like there's a heavy emphasis on timing. And I feel like previous years, you've been trying to bring in or work on or attract stuff that you've wanted in your life. And I feel like this is the year, because this is really speaking about divine timing and the fact that you're able to use all of your tools in order to manifest what it is that you want. You've pretty much mastered manifestation. Okay, and the fact that it's kicking off January with this King of Cups, I feel like you're coming in January really, really, really strong as this King of Wands. Did I say King of Cups? Sorry, King of Wands. But Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If I did say cups, then maybe this is, if you are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, this might be confirmation. This is your pile as well, because really we're looking at January, and since it's almost over, we want to look at what this energy is. I feel like you came in really determined to manifest and go after what it is that you want for yourself. I feel like you potentially have learned the lesson in the past of not giving a crap if other people might find you selfish in obtaining your own goals and really driving forward. The King of Wands is an entrepreneurial. He has, I say he, but you could certainly be resonating with feminine, but he has a way of really going after what he wants despite any obstacle, but also timing is coming in again, like striking when the iron's hot. And I feel like timing is important to you. It's almost like you've been working towards something that you feel like you want in your life, but you've either, it never felt right or the timing wasn't right to bring it in. And now I feel like you feel like the timing is right for you to manifest and go after what it is that you want. Wands is also about career. Now, it doesn't have to be like a 9-to-5, because it could just be going after career that you love, or a life calling, or what you do day in, day out that really excites you. I feel like there's a lot of desire, a lot of passion, a lot of drive. Okay, and timing, like I said, is really important here for you. And I feel like this timing is maybe something that you've been, yeah, like it's not that you've been waiting around for your manifestations to come in. I just feel like you specifically are making the decision now that the time is right for you to move forward, which is a big difference. So I hope that kind of makes sense for a lot of people. It's like you're in control of your own timing, and I feel like now you've decided that now's the time. Okay, so now's the time for you to move. Now's the time for you to go after your passions, your desires. Now you are manifesting and bringing into your life what it is that you want. Okay, and because this is like the highlight of the whole year, I'm getting like goosebumps, because I feel like really anything that you're setting your mind to, you're going to bring in for this year. Okay, so very driven and very exciting, full of passion. Okay, we did see the King of Wands coming out in the first pile, and I feel like there's this heavy collective energy of driving what it is that you want to bring into your life with manifestation. This pile I feel is the heaviest, because I feel like you know how to manifest, and you're coming into this year already confident in your abilities to manifest. Okay, but now you're just deciding to focus on bringing in what you want, because you feel the timing is right for you. And this is kind of how January started off. Let's take a look at February. Yeah, February, the Fool. This is a new beginning. This is taking a leap of faith. So I feel like it's very exciting for you, because you don't know what the next chapter brings, and you are starting in an area. So be it a career, be it a new relationship, be it a new business, a new job, or just up and going in a direction that is completely different from what you have been used to. And I feel, because like I said, with this timing, you probably were in a mode in past that you were maybe building up or working on yourself in such a way that you were building up to be able to take a leap of faith and move in a new direction. And I feel like you're really excited to do so, because I feel there's a sense of wanting to leave the past kind of in the past and start over in a direction that is exciting for you. Okay, that's February energy. Let's take a look at March. March, we have the Page of Swords. So March could certainly be where we have tough conversations, maybe with ourselves, because we are coming in as this Fool. So maybe we might have went in leaping, right, into a direction, but then by March, we're asking questions and we're getting honest with truths. And we're also getting honest with truths with people around us. So maybe people who don't fully understand, this Fool energy and why we're making the decisions that we're making here with this Page of Swords. I feel like there is a lot of truths coming out and communication and really identifying maybe the lessons here from February and taking a look at what's real and being honest with ourselves. Because I feel like January was almost like this blind faith, this leap of like this going in blind and knowing what you want and driving in, and you're getting your manifestations, and then you're kind of blind here as the Fool for February, and then by March you're kind of maybe now in hindsight taking a look at January and February actions and just making sense of it and being honest and truthful and open and having conversations with yourself and others that you might need to do to course correct or to really zone in on where you want to go further. April, 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, by April, there's this emotional fulfillment, okay? And I don't know if this is this is obviously Master Manifester, and you're really manifesting things and going after things by this. And I feel like because you were able to let go and take a leap of faith, you allowed Spirit to fill you with this 10 of Cups. This is the ultimate emotional fulfillment. You're feeling very blessed, a lot of love. This is an overabundance of joy and love in your life. And I feel like you are honest with the fact that you're able to bring this into your life, and you're honest with yourself. Therefore, you allow the gate to open for you to accept love and give love and build on this foundation that is very, very solid. Okay. Wow. That's amazing. June, I think. January, February, March, April, May. Okay. We're looking at May. The moon. Oh, wow. Deep feelings. Okay. So I feel like with the moon, deep feelings. And I feel like this 10 of Cups opens up this like, part of you that maybe you're not familiar with. And there's an exploration in the dark. And I feel like it's exciting. But it also could be scary because you don't really know what to expect. And there's stuff coming to the surface of your subconscious, and I feel like a lot of it is emotions, and I feel like there's just this overabundance of love and joy that by May, it's almost like you feel like you're in this fantasy land almost, because you are very much experiencing very deep emotions, and I feel as though, yeah, like the gate opens or you allow yourself to feel, and there is some fear, and yeah, I feel like because we have this Page of Swords, I think you allow yourself, or you talk yourself into allowing yourself to let what you don't know into your heart, into your world, into your emotional space, and it definitely comes in by May. Okay. And I think you kind of know this, but by May you're kind of there in the, so I say in the dark, but yeah, because you're just totally immersed in emotions. June, 6 of Swords. Okay, so yeah, by June, I feel like any sort of mental conflicts that was holding you back, you're able to completely move away from. So although we were taking this leap of faith, I felt like you had to take a leap of faith. You had to move away. You had to make the decision to manifest to move away. But I think the truth that you were telling yourself, or the communication, was that you couldn't really fully run away from everything, okay? Because there's still things in your life that, I mean, we're still in your energy field. And I feel like by June, you're completely moving away from maybe some mental thoughts that were weighing you down, any sort of turbulent mental anxiety that you were having in your life, you're able to fully release. And I feel like it's due to opening this gate up to this emotion so that you're able to just move away from an old cycle that you might have been stuck in mentally. Okay. July. Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, beautiful. So the Queen of Pentacles is Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I feel like you might be manifesting stability in such a way that maybe you weren't completely, I was going to say prepared for, but I feel like you're manifesting stability in such a way for yourself that I feel like, I don't feel like this is your energy here. So I don't know if you are, I also feeling like a partnership here, especially because we're seeing this 10 of Cups. I feel like there's this, this queen energy coming in here, which is, like I said, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And I feel like there's this stability and mother-like energy that is around you that allows you to kind of maybe not be so fiery forward, taking leaps of faith. Like I feel like it's very thrilling, exhilarating, heavy emotions, potentially a little bit exhausting because this is new, uncharted territories, and then you're having to leave behind any sort of mental exhaustion. So I feel like by July, there's this safety of feeling secure and stable, and like I said, this mother energy, and this balance that you're either getting to enjoy with someone else, or you're able to bring into your own life this this safe work-life balance type energy, which I find very beautiful, especially if you're moving away from mental anxieties and hard times. There's this stability and ease and just comfort and, like I say, work-life balance that, you know, is really beautiful and stabilizing here with the Queen of Pentacles. So August brings 10 of Swords. Okay, so there is an ending here of sorts. And I feel like potentially there is a calm before the storm. And maybe the storm here is knowing that all of the things that has transpired at the beginning of the year has given clarity around what it is that needs to completely end and put an end to, even though some things might be painful to end. And I feel because we see the Six of Swords here, there is this knowing that emotionally, mentally, and any sort of energy that was around you that you've walked away from, that you've been trying to manifest positive things in your life, that if there's anything lingering around that you have to kind of put an end to. And it is a challenge because this might be stuff that has been around you for quite some time. So I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is kind of reassurance that you identify a safe stability and energy is kind of what you want to lean towards. So it allows you to put an ending to painful situations that aren't no longer serving you. Okay. So this is what I see here for, I think we're in September, right? Or is this August? August. Okay, so August, there's an ending. September, Seven of Wands. Okay, so yeah, need to defend and protect and fight for. And I feel like after the ending, you're really wanting to fight for what it is that you've started at the beginning of the year, to see it through, to stand your ground despite having to break free from all the things that were still in your energy field that you had to let go of or put an ending to. So now it's official. So you might feel like you're standing on your own because you've let go of jobs, people, things, situations that weren't in line with you taking this leap of faith and bringing your own happiness, emotional happiness and fulfillment, having to steer away from it so that you can get your own stability in balancing what your future is going to look like in your manifestation. So I feel like you're really fighting for this now, and you might feel like you're alone because you've let go of, you know, those situations, and Spirit is saying that you're not alone, but there is this drive that you have that you're really wanting to stay to task so that you can really bring in and support what it is that you've decided to move towards here at the beginning of the year. So yeah, you might feel like you're needing to really kind of press forward without some of the habits or people that might have been around in the past. So it's kind of learning to do it, relearning to do it on your own. Okay, so now let's take a look at October. Page of Wands. So I feel like the struggle or whatever battle that we had here in September, by October, you're able to walk away from, be freed of, and start in a direction that's, it's almost like new again, because now you're experiencing this, what you got to open your heart up to and enjoy and take this leap of faith without all of the burdens and people and energies that were still kind of contaminating you. You're able to now break free and move in that direction, free of all these external circumstances and people. And I feel like there's there's inspiration, there's drive, there's also communication here. So you're possibly communicating with other individuals that are of like mind, surrounding yourself with people that are of like mind. I feel like there's this freedom here from what we were feeling in September. Okay, so let's look at November. 8 of Cups. Yeah, so 8 of Cups, I mean, you're experiencing the 6 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, and now we have the 6 of Cups. I feel like every part of your life that has been holding on to something that has been holding you back is being released, okay? This is like mental thoughts, things that were mentally keeping you back, putting endings to all of this stuff. You're wanting your emotional fulfillment, you're in your feels, you're being honest with yourself, what that looks like. But implementing it's a different thing, and I feel like you really implement it by, you know, having this 10 of Swords and putting ends to stuff. This is walking away from things that don't emotionally fulfill you. So I feel like, yeah, there's this understanding of what really emotionally fulfills you and what doesn't, and you're fully well prepared to step forward and saying, I'm going to take a look at what is emotionally fulfilling for me and go towards that. And I feel like, yeah, it gets inspired here by October. So by November, you're prepared to just let go of all things that don't emotionally fulfill you. And I feel it's very freeing. Okay, let's look at December. King of Swords. Ooh, okay, so great balance here. I am feeling divine masculine energy here for this pile. I feel with the King of Swords, there is this ability to really think about the whole year as a whole and what you were able to accomplish, because I feel you're really driven by your desires. You're really able to tap into your emotions. You're really able to balance things out by mid-year. And you had to put in place some tough decisions, closing some chapters, moving away from doesn't emotionally fulfill you, that you're able to have clarity and be mentally quiet. All that noise that maybe you're carrying around in previous years kind of goes quiet. It's a very crisp, clear, logical mind that you have. You're able to really now be balanced in how you see things mentally without being held back. You're able to really acknowledge what you've manifested. And I feel like in past times, it was almost very burdensome for you to be in your mind, because with this 6 of Swords, there was like a lot of noise and anxiety and situations that were not very clear. But I feel like once you break free from what emotionally doesn't fulfill you and you put an ending to some of this stuff, now you have this clear mindset of where you're going, who you are, what you're able to manifest, what you're able to do. And I feel like it's this this new you. I feel like you're very centered here, okay? Very centered. And I do feel like it's a change from the beginning of the year, because with the King of Wands, this is somebody who's really like almost blindly going after what they want, manifesting, driving, and it was like go, 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 go. And here I feel like you're more still, you're more precise, you're more now logically looking at what you want, having more time to think, being more clear about your options, and very peaceful, okay? So this is what I'm seeing here for you guys. Pile number 3, this is a beautiful reading. I hope this resonates. And if you like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.